Everybody's doing well for sure. You know, what's up to Courtney M? Shout out to you. Shelly Moss. He says, I love AHA. AHA. Morning to everybody, man. You know, it's a Tuesday. I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a wonderful sleep last night. It was a pretty interesting topic, pretty interesting discussion, conversation last night. You know, we up for breakfast. You know what I mean? Had to handle some daddy duties early in the morning. Now we up for breakfast and whatnot. You know, I had a taste for some steak today. I wanted some steak today. I wanted some protein today because I got a nice intense workout later on. You know what I mean? And I need this type of food in my system. You understand? Shout out to everybody. Yeah, I know my disclaimer, but this ain't about no type of biblical things. It's about cooking breakfast. And I want to know what's everybody eating this morning. You know what I mean? What do you got to taste for? I know a lot of people are at work right now. You understand? A lot of people are at work right now. You know, I ain't trying to tease or anything like that. you know, but hey, it is what it is. You know, I'm at work in this kitchen. What up to Sabrina Hayes? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. You know, we just maintaining. You know, cooking this breakfast and whatnot, man. You know, we got the steak on deck. You know, we got the steak on deck that we're about to whip up. You know, they got this place out here in North Carolina called Food Lion. Food Lion. You know what I mean? And I'm originally from New Jersey. We ain't had this supermarket, but I like going to this place often. You know, he said, "What up to 10 Ninjas?" He says, "No delivery." No delivery. Uh-uh. You know. So basically, I like my steak with onions. I like my steak with onions, man. You understand? You know what I mean? What up to Simple Moving? Simple Moving. God bless you too, man. We're just up here, you know, making breakfast, listening to the message. You know, we tuning in. You know, this is on water baptism. You know? What's up to E? Shout out to you. You said two boiled eggs and coffee. Listen, where's the meat at? Where's the bacon? Where's the bacon at, huh? You know? There's the sausage or something like that. 2 eggs and coffee. I need some protein, man. I need something to burn off for a workout. What's up to Courtney M? What up to Joyce Foster? Shout out to you. B Holder says, need my plate. I'm only 2 hours away. 2 hours away, sir. 2 hours away. Man said he's 2 hours away. 2 hours away where at? Raleigh? You in Raleigh? Durham? Let me know. You know? I really like these onions. I should have bought the other onions, man. I don't like these onions right here. It's kind of hard to like cut unless it's this dull knife right here, man. I ain't trying to cut myself on camera. Right? You said steak and eggs are breakfast of champions. Absolutely. I agree. You know what I mean? Definitely agree with that one right there for sure. You know? We got our onions right here. Got our onions and whatnot. You said you in Charlotte. Well, you in Charlotte? Unless you work it out, man. You know what I mean? You in Charlotte. I'm going to work out after this, man. After 2 hours of eating. I know you heard of Johnson University. Yeah, they got a little track field there and whatnot. He says extra bacon. Extra bacon? Extra bacon, huh? It depends, you know. If it's like low sodium and whatnot. He said you need some chef gear. Good knives are a must. Must cooking more fun. Chef gear. This my gear right here in the house. You know. You said chef gear. Chef gear. Chef gear. You know, you can see that. Chef gear, huh? This my chef gear. This one of my chef gears right here. This olive oil spray right here. You understand? I can dig that. So I like to cook my onions first, man. I like to cook my onions first. You know what I mean? Surety. You know what I mean? What y'all eating this morning, man? Let me know what y'all eating this morning. You know? Let me know what y'all eating this morning. Alright? You said, as a former bodybuilder, I know good breakfast. For sure, man. You know? And I do know that two boiled eggs is okay. You understand? But, you know, unless that person is just, you know, want to have that without working out or whatever the case may be, that's fine. You know? He said, I'm just having French toast and having a glass of milk and 2 bacon, that's it. French toast and milk? Milk and bacon? That go together? Milk and bacon go together? The French toast sound good, you know? How you make your French toast, Mr. Henry? You know, I see people making French toast very different. How you make your French toast at Mr. Henry? Let me know. So we got our onions in there, man. We got the 5. We got the gotta put it on 4. All right. What up, the major? Shout out to you. He says, I need salt today. Y'all tried to take me out last night. That's them. You know? He says, no meat. He says, maybe at lunchtime, since I am not working out, just sitting for work all day. Okay, I got you. I got you. You know what I mean? Fair enough. Fair enough. You know? Alright. He says, I love the butter flavor for the palm oil. For sure. That's pretty good too. You know what I mean? That butter flavor. You know, they got all types. Avocado, olive oil, butter. You know. What's up to Anthony Beckham? Shout out to you. Courtney M says, for breakfast I usually have an omelet with veggies and meat. He says, whatever is in the fridge, wheat or sourdough toast, coffee, juice, and water. Sometimes cookies. Cookies for breakfast? I mean, you know, sometimes, you know, I tend to have cinnamon rolls for breakfast. You know what I mean? We said, should women lift weights? I mean, hey, it all depends. You know? It all depends. Should women lift weights? You know, some women out there that are bodybuilders and they just look so, they look too manly. You know, they look too manly. But some women have, you know, excess, what you want to call fat on their arms. And, you know, that'd be a good thing to do to cut that down, to try to cut it down at least, to lift weights, you know. I mean, it all depends on a woman, what she's trying to do, you know. But I'm just saying my preference. You know what I mean? I mean, if a woman wants to be a bodybuilder and lift weights all day and get manly muscle, I mean, that's her decision, you know? All right? B. Ho says, I hate onions. Guess I am not getting any. What's up to Coco B? Shout out to you. What's up to Tanya? Shout out to you. Henry Ross says, just dip the bread and mix eggs. That's it. Old school. I don't know all that fancy stuff, how to do it. Well, some people, you know, they do it with like banana. You know, they'll mash the bananas up. They'll mash the bananas up to its, like that type of texture when they're making a French toast. And they, they dip the bread in that and make it like a French toast, like a banana type of thing. You know, Sid's Plumbing says, "Hail Satan's brother." Well, why you telling us your thoughts as you're looking in the mirror? You know what I mean? Keep that stuff to yourself. And Mr. Sid. All right. Anthony says, Pastor Gino preached about the importance of listening and hearing a few Thursdays ago. Did you hear it? No, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it at all. You know what I mean? Shelly Moss says, "I like working out just for exercise." Okay, that's cool. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of people, like working out and whatnot. You know what I mean? It's good. It's good to work out. I definitely agree with getting a nice good exercise in, what have you. You know what I mean? All right. He said, "Sid, God bless you." The man said, Satan's approves of your do-rag. He approved of that ugly face you got that you ain't showing. You talking about, boy? Gloria. He says, "I know after a certain age, especially over 50, it's good to lift weights, but not to be bulky." He says, "But I just use light weights." For sure, that's cool. Light weights. It all depends on the person. You know what I mean? If I don't like to be that bulky, because if I lift weights, I gain weight off of that. You know what I mean? That's why I try not to lift too much. That puts weight on me. Coco B says sausage, biscuits, and gravy, with over easy eggs and coffee. Okay, not bad at all. Let me get these onions in and whatnot. I like my onions a little burnt, whatnot. So I'll cook my onions first. You know. He says, by the way, what's going on with Frank last night? He was on that Christianity drug. Well, the man texted me this morning, and I didn't read the email, so I don't know. You understand? I don't know what was wrong with him. How can a person use profanity, right, and say they're in the spirit? That doesn't make no sense. If given that some people out here they still use profanity, but he didn't even repent after using profanity. You understand? That's the sad part. Now, if you're a Hebrew Israelite, they don't talk that way in reference to like, oh, we in the spirit. You know what I mean? We know their mouths are filthy, but as a person that said they in the spirit, as far as like being godly, like him, you know what I mean? He didn't even repent at all after using the curse word. So how can somebody take him serious when the scripture says if you commit a sin, you are of the devil at that moment? So if you're of the devil at that moment, why are you trying to preach scripture? Or why are you trying to conversate with scripture? You didn't even repent for that. What up to 10 2K? Shout out to you. We still got to spar, man. We still got to spar. You know?
You're trying to cover up. You're trying to cover up. But
You know?
What's the name of the Father, Son, and Holy? You
What's up, to Maddie? Shout out to you.
What's the name?
Appreciate that, Anthony.
What's his name?
Beholder says, my wife wanted to come to your platform to talk about her field of work, marriage, and family therapy. I mean, both of y'all can come on. Have a conversation about that. We can have a conversation, about that. You know what I mean? I think that'll be a good thing. Maybe more women to come up there, be comfortable to come up there to have a conversation and whatnot. You know what I mean? Surely. Um, you says anyway. That reminds me to go listen to the replay because it was some people who I have notes for. I'll read them one day. Notes. Notes. See, here's the thing. Listen, it's a conversation. It's basically giving our feedback to the video that we're playing. You know what I mean? That's why I'm kind of become a little bit more stricter as far as like letting people on, man. It might be a sense of, you know, how we did it with Elder Campbell, only letting selected people on. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about that, not putting it to the public. You know, because it seemed like, you know, some people want to come off in like a debative type of way. You know. What's up to Danny? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. B.O. says, I'll let her know. Appreciate that. Christopher Hanley. You says, you meal prep, brother. Meal prep. Well, sometimes. Sometimes when I get a chance, man, I'll be too busy. You understand? It just so happened that, you know, I'm on call for work today. You know what I mean? So I'm home. You know what I mean? I'm on call on this day and I'm just relaxing. So I got time to do a lot. You know what I mean? Being home. And still kind of working. And working here. All right? And working right now. So time management, it kind of gets in the way. Because you got to understand, you know what I mean? Doing this and handling kids and stuff like that. I meal prep certain things like spaghetti, pastas, you know, chicken and rice, beans. I got my chicken thawing out. You know what I mean? The meal prep for tomorrow. But, you know, I'm trying more of that. You know, not too much like meals that take a long time to cook. I could throw chicken in the oven and handle other stuff. Stuff like that. Spaghetti, you cook quickly. You know what I mean? Foods like that, I can meal prep. You know what I mean? But if you're talking about like a full course meal, you know, but I try to, you know what I mean? Because I got my breakfast mainly for like bananas and muffins and stuff like that, along with vitamins. Then, you know, when you're truck driving, I got like a warmer. So I have a warmer. So I can bring food with me, and then I'll warm it up in the morning, so by the time lunchtime hits, it'll be nice and right. You know what I mean? I'm gonna turn this down. I'm gonna get my steaks ready. You know. So that's what I do at Christopher Hanley. What up, Zuzu? Shout out to you. Hope all is well, man. We just here making breakfast, whatnot, and listening to the message. You know. Keep it like that. I think that's good enough right there. That should be good. All right. So I got my steaks right here. You know. So we got our steaks from Food Lion. So I got the seasoning salt, right? I got the low sodium one, right? My seasons have low sodium. I get seasonings with low sodium in it. You know what I mean? Because like, you know, a lot of us, if we talk to our doctor or whatever the case may be, they're you know, let us know that minorities are more susceptible to having high blood pressure. You know what I mean? So it's better to start now versus, you know what I mean, you get caught up later on when you get older. You know what I mean? So basically, according to, you know, the doctors and whatnot, too much sodium, you know, stiffens the arteries. You know what I mean? I know a lot of us minorities, you know, we like the seasonings. We like the sassoons. We like the seasoning salts that's not low sodium. You know what I mean? We eat like TV dinners and stuff like that, which have a lot of sodium in it, man. You know? So I also use my garlic right here. This is my garlic. I got my garlic. You know what I mean? We got our pepper right here also. You know what I mean? We got our peppers. Store brand. It's cheaper. It's cheaper. Store brand, Food Lion, great value. You know what I mean? It's cheaper. Right? So basically, I'm going to season my joint. I'm going to just give it a little dab. That's it. Not too much. That's it. We don't need too much. We don't need too much. That's it. He says steaks, medium rare or fully cooked. I'm trying to get a medium rare. Shelly Moore says, are we having a buffet today like Golden Corral because I got money for my plate? No. No. You know what I mean? No. This for me, you know what I mean? To fuel me for my workout today. So basically after my breakfast, I'm gonna take maybe 2 or 3 hours to rest my body, you know, so it can digest properly. You know what I mean? I'll probably just eat one. Then after my workout, eat the other when I finish and I come back. So we'll see. So I'll put the seasoning, flip that, alright? Boom. I'm gonna turn it down real low. Cause Henry Ross, I like mine's medium rare. Medium rare. Alright? So I'm gonna season the other side. The other side I'm gonna season. That's it. That's all I need. Not too much. You know what I mean? You know, my pepper. Of course you can use, you know, how much pepper you want. No sodium in that. Got my garlic. So I got my garlic. You can use how much you want with that garlic. Not sodium prone. Alright, so we got a low sodium steak, you know. Low sodium steak right there. You know what I mean? Probably about, I'm gonna guess to say about 50 to 75 milligrams of sodium right here. That's it. You know? Put it on low, let that cook. Give it about 5 minutes. What up to Axe? What up, Axe 238? Shout out to you. You says, where are the peppers for the steak and onions? My onions, you must didn't see the onions, man. We already went through that process already. We already put the onions in. I did that first. Appreciate that at Zuzu. Courtney M says, like social media conversation is a cultural thing. Ever evolving, your numbers and people who visit your channel will consistently change. But you will also keep your loyal subs. I mean, I agree. That's why, you know, if you're making a YouTube channel, you building your audience. You know what I mean? You're building your audience. You know what I mean? And, you know, if you put out positive stuff, even certain negative stuff, you know, people still cling to. But if you're putting out positive stuff that's valuable to people, you know what I mean, folks is going to keep coming back. But this is me, normal, in real life. You understand? So you're right about that. It's good to put out reused content like, you know, YouTubers put out, you know, preachers videos and stuff like that. But when you got your own content, you know what I mean, and you know, you build it, like you said, you know, people who visit your channel will constantly change, and you will also keep your loyal subs. You know what I mean? It's a lot of good loyal people out there, man, that ride with you from the beginning. You understand? All right, definitely appreciate that, because I remember when I first started this channel, man. You understand? As far as like putting my material, because this was my backup channel. This was my in the cut channel for a long time, but I had to use it because, you know, YouTube terminated my primary channel 2 years ago. All right. He said, just give me some food. That's what I say. I just brought my own condiments. Zuzu says, I like Food Lion, but they don't have it here. Oh, okay. Yes, yellow onions. Yes, you're right. Yellow onions at Zuzu. What's up to Tanya Bond? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. Um, Courtney M says, my new favorite shopping store is called Grocery Outlet Bargain Market. It's so good. Also a health food store. Shelly Moss says, your YouTube channel has blessed me, and I'm glad I found you because I don't know how you came up on my screen. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know either. You understand? I don't know either, you know? I don't know either. You know? But that's a good thing, though. That's a good thing, though. We looking on the steak. You know, we're going to turn the steak over and whatnot. Steak looking good. Turn it up a little bit more. And we're going to spin the other side, you know? Let that olive oil hit that. You know? Appreciate that, Shelly Moss. B. Holy said, last night was wild. You says, my Lord. You says, last night was wild. My Lord Smith is getting closer to hell. Then we know, hopefully he can see the light. Wow. Wow. You said, I hear Gino. Yes. I got Gino playing in the back. Water baptism right here. Yeah, we tuning into that water baptism, you know? What you gonna do about what I'm saying? What you gonna do about it? You're gonna obey or you're gonna go to hell. Hey, Mr. Politician King, I don't care how rich you are, hey, movie star, actor, and actress, they claim you got the Holy Spirit. I don't care if you're the Spirit. All right, you said you're making eggs with it? Absolutely. Cheese eggs. We're gonna make cheese eggs with this steak and toast. All right, it says leave the potatoes overnight in water to soften up, and you can make hash browns. Well, I mean, you could do it that way, or you can boil the potatoes for a little while, just a little bit. Boil the potatoes for a little bit if you want to make hash browns, or if you want to make home fries. So if I'm making home fries, that's what I do. I'll boil it just for a little bit, not too much. You know what I mean? Because if I boil it for too much, it's gonna become mushy like mashed potatoes. You know, B.O. says God made it plain for us to be saved, and people think it's a mystery. Well, you got a lot of individuals out there that always come and say, "Oh, it's a mystery this, it's a mystery that, X, Y, Z." You know, some of them people out there that's not even preachers. You know what I mean? That try to come off like they so deep in the scriptures. Like you said, it's plain. It's plain at the end of the day. Some stuff in the scriptures I leave to a preacher. I leave to an apostle. You know what I mean? But as I said, in my message, when I put up in the chat yesterday, if you don't get permission from your pastor, you understand? Do not represent your church. You know what I mean? That goes for all brothers. If you're not a pastor, or if you did not get permission from your minister, if you did not talk to your preacher, you know what I mean? I've spoken to Gino about, this stuff. If a person did not get permission from their pastor, you are representing yourself. You're not representing your organization. You know what I mean? So that's my advice to, brothers out there. Just, talk to your pastor. It's just a conversation. You know what I mean? Talk to your pastor. Because if somebody from First Church misrepresent the church and they ain't get no permission, then they representing themselves. I'm not taking up for them. You know what I mean? You out on your own. You understand? You on your own. You know? So I think Reginald Young came in the room yesterday, said he wanted to debate First Church members. Dude, if they don't get permission, then they represent themselves. You can't, if you debating somebody from First Church and they did not get permission, they're not representing First Church. They're representing themselves. So a lot of people tend to bring up Geno Jennings' name. They gotta understand, they're not representing Geno. They're not representing First Church at that moment if they didn't get permission. They're representing themselves. Simple as that. You know? All right? Gregory Carter says, morning, brother. He says, I know this is off subject. He says, but I hope Cartel's changed his mind after y'all whooped him with questions the other night. You know, Cartel's, he was a former First Church member. He said, he was born in First Church with his parents and whatnot. And, I hope and pray that, he come back around the mountain and, come back. Come back. That's like a student from First Church leaving, and now they want to have a biblical debate with Geno. Really? Really? Appreciate that at Zuzu. Great, healthy protein, iron breakfast. For sure. So, steak is almost done. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let's see if we can. I don't really like this camera with the stove or whatever the case may be, but we're getting somewhere. Let me turn up just a little bit more as we're getting somewhere. Emerald says, Frank kept telling about the mind. What was he trying to say there? Christianity talk a good game, but they don't put it to mind. Honestly, I don't know what Frank was talking about at the end of the day. You know what I mean? He's talking about natural birth. That's the same thing that Bronson, the debater who used to come on a while ago, he said that it's your natural birth. You know what I mean? These folks trying to change the scriptures up. If they say, you must be born of the water and of the spirit, it's clear cut. You understand? If John the Baptist, was baptizing people, and you stating that, that was natural birth, that doesn't make no type of sense. That doesn't make no type of sense. If John the Baptist is baptizing people in water, right? And Mr. Frank said that's natural birth. Doesn't make no type of sense. You know what I mean? Zulu said, I used to eat no meat a lot. He says, or I used to no eat a lot of beef until the doctor told me I'm iron deficient. Now I eat beef and I'm energetic. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? You got a lot of those. You got some folks out there that's on like a watermelon diet. You got a lot of them on a watermelon diet. They eat watermelons all day. You need some type of protein to burn off in the workout. That's almost parallel to folks trying to be deep with the scriptures. They eat watermelons all day. Watermelon smoothie, watermelon fruit, watermelon whatever. Juices. They're gonna learn. Courtney M says my sister is dumb and vegan in New York. He says she's always in a bad mood. Zulu said you need protein. Lady of Faith says Frank was a hot mess. What's up, man? Ain't that the truth? B. Holder says at work, enjoy your brunch. Brother, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Be safe out there. At B. Holy. Shout out to you. You know what I mean? So, we're getting somewhere. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. We're going to turn it up just a little bit. Turn it around a little bit. Alright. Just want to try a little piece right quick. good right now. We got to try a little piece. Y'all want some? Huh? Y'all want some? mm. Oh yeah. All right. We said our brand is 60% fat. So do you like wagey steaks? What is that? I don't know what that is. What is that? This camera's kind of retarded. What is that? He said, why are you eating in front of us? You know? So it's time to make my eggs. I gotta make my eggs and whatnot. You know, my steak is, coming to a conclusion. Gotta make my eggs and whatnot. What up to Kurt Ellis? He says, making me hungry again. You know? I'm hungry now, man. I gotta eat. I got to eat, man. You know? I got to eat. Get all that in there. Be good. A little pepper. Put that pepper in there. We got this garlic that we're about to put in here. More garlic. All right, and just a pinch. A little pinch. That's it. A little pinch. So we're gonna add like 20 more, 30 more milligrams of sodium. So all throughout this whole meal, probably no more than 200 milligrams of sodium. You know? Real low sodium breakfast. Very low sodium breakfast we got here. Alright? High in protein, iron, and things of that nature for sure. Alright? Lady of Faith says, you complete where you don't compare. They talked about Pastor Gino, he will blast them clean out of the water with the word and wealth of knowledge. For sure. Appreciate that, Lady of Faith. Appreciate that. Tanya says, I had a banana. Now I'm drinking spicy. What is that? Hibiscus yoga? Positive energy tea? Hibiscus? That's how you pronounce it? He says, cooking for the kiddies. The kiddies in school. Well, not school, like a little program for the summer. I'm not going to say school, but something for them to do in the summertime, like school hours and stuff like that. He says A1 sauce you don't use. I don't have none, but I don't mind A1 sauce at all. Hayes Blessing. What up, Hayes Blessing? Shout out to you, man. Shot Town. What up to Shot Town, man? I like my eggs scrambled. I like my eggs scrambled and whatnot. I know some people like, sunny side up and all that. So my steak is done. We're gonna put it on low. My steak is done. We're waiting for the eggs. I got my bread for my toast and all that. Store-bought brand, Food Line. It's cheaper. You save a lot of money. You know, so Hayes says, how do you lose some belly fat trying to get rid of some of this belly fat? What is your eating diet? Well, my eating diet is like, let me turn this down. Low sodium, very, very low sodium diet. I got vitamins also. You know, if you want to get vitamins, I got vitamin C. It's in my cabinet. Magnesium, iron, B12, zinc. What is that? We got D3 also, vitamins and whatnot. I usually have my beet gummies. I got beet powder. But besides that, as far as like the vitamins, a lot of water. Half your body weight water per day. You understand? So if I got a bottle of water, which is about 16 fluid ounces, you know what I mean? I drink like 4 or 5 bottles a day. You know what I mean? I try, which is half of my body weight, water. You understand? Sit-ups, a lot of calisthenics with the stomach and the stomach area and whatnot. When it's hot outside, when it's extremely hot, that is the best times to work out outside. You understand? I know some people when they work out, I see the women out there, when they work out, they put something around their stomach. I don't know what that is. Not more so of a girdle, but it's something to increase, burning that belly fat down. You know what I mean? When they outside, they working out. I'm not sure if fellas got that because I haven't seen that for the fellas, but I'm pretty sure they do. You know, but a lot of calisthenics in the stomach, ab area, and what have you. Staying away from fatty foods, high cholesterol, greasy foods. Using olive oil a lot or canola oil. You know, I use olive oil if I'm frying something, canola oil, or you could fry chicken with olive oil. You know, but staying away from fast foods. You know, I rarely eat fast foods. I had fast foods probably like 3 times this year. That's it. You know, and hopefully that's going to be it for the year. As far as like fast foods, like Burger King, McDonald's, and stuff like that. Some people eat that stuff every day. Some people eat Dunkin' Donuts every day, Starbucks. You know what I mean? Denny's. You know. Every day. And I'm going to say 4 times. But was it 4? I don't really count getting the steak from IHOP fast food because they still got to cook it the way I do as far as like the process to it. But fast foods. A lot of us like fast foods. Popeye's chicken. But a lot of calisthenics, man. A lot of drinking of the water. Get yourself some vitamins if you haven't gotten any already. You know? You said you have any vitamins you take every day? Yes, as I just named. But, of course you gotta space it out. I'm not gonna take like, what is this? D3, B12, magnesium, zinc, vitamin C, beets. I also had the apple cider gummies that I gotta order. You know what I mean? Don't take them all at one time. Space it out. Space it out. Like with this meal, I'll probably just take a vitamin C and an iron pill. That's it. That is it. And later on, a few more. What's up to Paulette? He said it's 4 a.m. here in Ola Land. Still gathering myself after last night's showdown. It says, do you have a video for later today? If so, what's the topic? I don't know. I'll probably just shoot from the mobile phone today, mainly. You know what I mean? And we could go into a StreamYard tomorrow. But I don't know yet. I don't know. We'll see. Shelly Moore said that looks like a lot of food for one person. You must have a big appetite. Well, I'll probably just eat one steak. One steak now. And when I finish working out, when I come back home, I'm going to eat the other steak. So I'll probably just have one toast too. So one of these steaks is eggs and one toast. You know? At Shelly Moss. Oh, waist trainer. I know a lot of women try to use, well, they use the waist trainer. Some women use girdles. They try to cheat. They know they got a big belly and they try to use a girdle. You understand? They try to make it seem like they got a smaller stomach. That's the devil out of hell. You understand? They try to cheat. What's up to Valid? Valid is my sparring partner on here. He says, Mr. Tony, my least favorite athlete. Whatever you mean by that. Shelly Mark says, Food Lions is only in the South because I've never seen one in Beantown. Paulette says, men wear waistband too. Oh, I didn't know that. You know? I just haven't seen no fellas with it. You know? I haven't seen no fellas with it, you know? Betty says, I noticed that your views and likes on my end keep changing to a high number than a low number. Well, I mean, hey, the only one that can determine that is the YouTuber in their studio when they look at the statistics on their end. So, I mean, hey, you know what I mean? It's I'm not concerned about it, but it's different when you look into the YouTube studio. Very, very different. You know what I mean? You can see your peak times and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? So a lot of people don't know that sometimes a YouTuber can put a video out. It could be a low number, but it still builds over time. You know what I mean? And when people learn the studio part to it, then they will understand why certain things, as far as like numbers, happens on YouTube. Is that a lot of people don't really study the statistics and the algorithm on YouTube and whatnot. You know what I mean? Even if I had one view, I don't, if it was 0 views, you understand? It's all good. You know what I mean? You said, oh, appreciate that, at Betty. I didn't see this comment after you mentioned that. So you said it's on a consistent basis throughout your whole life. You are a very good content creator and a very enjoyable voice. Well, I didn't always have this voice. You know, people made fun of my voice when I was younger because I didn't always have this voice. You understand? I didn't. Folks used to make fun of my voice when I was younger. You know, I used to sound heavy set. I used to sound real heavy set and things like that. And another thing is I failed public speaking. I didn't like speaking in front of people or anything. So who would have thought? You understand? Who would have thought? You know? And thanks be to God. You understand? That he could turn, you know, he could turn things around for a person's good. You know what I mean? Because people used to go heavy on my voice, how it sounded when I was younger. You know what I mean? So my voice wasn't always like this at all. You know? He says Valid is a glutton for punishment. Huh. Valid, he's scared to set up that sparring session. He's scared. Moss said I use a sweatband for the stomach. I put oil on my belly so I can sweat more fat off. All right, that's pretty cool. That's cool. Appreciate that at Henry Ross. Peace, peace, peace. All right, Tanya Bond. Peace, peace, peace. Betty says it goes to 50, then back down to 35, then back to 45, consistent throughout the whole live. Oh, you talking about the lives? You talking about the lives? Oh, I mean, that's because people jump in and out. You know, people jumping in and out. It's not. It's not that the same people are on and YouTube is like messing up the numbers. People jump in and out of the lives. So if one person from Russia jump in for about a minute, it'll count that view and they'll leave out. And then another person will come in from, Australia for a minute. They'll count that view. They'll count that as a view. So if, 10,000 people jump in and out and it still stays at like 30 people, you still get counted for those views. And throughout the whole video, it could be 10,000 views. You know what I mean? From the mobile. You understand? So just like I had a boxing video the other day. The max number was 170. And it was 14,000 views. You understand? So different people jump in and out. You know what I mean? See, with the mobile, because not a lot of people got laptops. Almost everybody got a phone. So if you got something interesting like, cooking or whatever the case may be, or if you just a popular YouTuber, I mean, whatever the case may be, it happens. People going to jump in and out. So you could have 30 people on, but the video could still touch 5,000 views. You understand? So it's many people jumping in and out. Oh, let me check out this video. He's talking all right. Because a lot of people over the internet, they got a short attention span. They're not going to watch something. They're not going to watch too much for something that's really long. You know what I mean? And a lot of us are like that also. That's why, with the TikTok videos, it's like 30 seconds. You understand? And that plays with people's attention span. So they jump in, jump out. So you may have 30 people to jump in for a minute. You know what I mean? 30 people. Jump in for a minute, leave. That's 30 views. You understand? Then if another 30 people jump in, that's 60 views. So imagine that stuff keep happening for 60 minutes. What's up to Gino P? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. I think you commented earlier. I didn't see it. I don't know if I commented to responded to it. Let me know if I did or didn't. All right. So just imagine that 30 people jumping in and out every minute, and do the calculations on that. And just for that whole hour, you might get 4,000 views, which is like, it's interesting because I had to learn that. But a lot of people don't like speaking on a mobile phone. Why? Because you don't have the features like StreamYard. You know what I mean? And when you're on the StreamYard, if a person they don't see as much features on their phone from StreamYard. So that's why I say, if you're on the StreamYard, it has its pros and cons, and the mobile has its pros and cons also. And with the mobile, it's like I said, it's good because a lot of people got a mobile phone. You understand? All right. Appreciate that at Gino P. Definitely appreciate that, man. Have a wonderful day at work, man. You know what I mean? Good sparring yesterday with Frank. Frank and Minister Williams. Well, he called himself Minister. Man, I dropped my fork, man. Minister Williams. He says, ain't seen no Sassoon. Sassoon for the chicken, man. I use Sassoon for the chicken. Sassoon for the chicken. I don't put Sassoon on my steak. So we got our steak done and whatnot. I ain't even made my toast yet. What's up to Brenda? Shout out to you. He said Wayne is a hot mess. So I'm actually using my mom's computer. Me myself don't do social media accounts, but thank you for clearing that up. I thought it was something wrong on my end, so I didn't want to mess up your live. For sure, appreciate that. All right, it's time to eat. We gotta eat, and then we gotta work out in a bit. Hope maybe I'll go live when I work out. So shout out to y'all, man. I'm done making this breakfast: steak, toast, and eggs. Whatever the case may be, you know. We was just here, you know, going live right quick as I enjoy my meal and whatnot with my orange juice and what have you, you know. Let's get this OJ out. You know what I mean? Appreciate that at E. Shout out to you at E. You know what I mean? Alright, so I hope everybody have a wonderful day. You know, I'm about to enjoy this breakfast. And I'm about to enjoy the word. You know what I mean? That we got playing on water baptism and what have you. Definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in and whatnot as we feast off this breakfast. You know what I mean? God bless everybody out there. And Lord willing, I'll see y'all later on. Lord willing, I'll see y'all later on, man. Today, I'm out. Peace. God bless everybody out there.